We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in... It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard... With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. Into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
And 4 at the 37-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st down, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Carson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
And 1.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check 24. Check 24.
They're going with Lindsey. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
14. Hey, watch it. He's taking his motion.
Now it's Lindsey. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, zero.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Lindsey on the carry.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers.
A 32-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd and 3. That'll be complete to Cook. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football. With nowhere to go here, he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 3, Vikings nothing.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Now Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Drayon Buchanan drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be fourth and long. So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line.
39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Gun. Check 55, Mike. You ain't got nothing.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Second and short now following the fumble. From the gun, Wilson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping the second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there and a first down for C.
Pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to over-commit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. At the 14-yard line, second and 11.
Let's go, Hattie. Zebra. 14. Give me some. Here we go. Kill. Pick the edge. Come.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Okay.
From the gun, Wilson. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today.
A 31-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. With Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the Vikings' 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I just love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Coming to you. Switch it.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And the 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here.
Right there. 54, right there.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Philip Lindsay, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. And he's got it to make it now 13-0.
Mix the score, Seahawks 13, Vikings nothing. Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
And the Vikings first down.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They're going to look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll look to throw here. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Incomplete. It's now fourth down.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Second and 6. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I don't think you got it, sir. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. One flat.
They'll run. It's Lindsey, able to slither by. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. after the loss to start out. Here's second and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
Alert, alert, alert. 54's Mike, 54's Mike.
Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 40 yards. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Seahawks 20, Vikings nothing. Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
There on the tackle.
Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Now back to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cook. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now it's Wilson. Screen pass to Lindsey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Good job right there. Good job right there. Good job right there. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
DK Metcalf. 12 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
They run it with Carson. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
36 power. 36, 36. 14.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
To throw is Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Taylor Gabriel there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just running with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Pulls it in at the 13. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
54 Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves,
but when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll run on first down. Carson. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
On the carry.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You're going to see me in your nightmares, son. Right. You're going to see me in your nightmares.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
54, right there.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 36. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
This is Carson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
Gun, gun. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now it's Carson. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Again, the ball carrier.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Jumping. Run left. Get him, you got it.
Here's Lindsey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here, well, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The 11-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll find Lindsey here. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And 12.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
I'm about to take you to school. Say it. Mike 54. Rip right. Right there.
From the gun, Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it.
What a play.
The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Seahawks 34, Vikings nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Mike's 47. And let's get this.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rolling to his right. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And all the way down to the 37. A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down. 46 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
18 Mike's 54. Mike's 54. And we heavy on the edges.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Pay attention.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.